That's what this is all about. Well, welcome. Look where I am. Beautiful, isn't it? Look at these wildflowers here. It's the 1st of June. June has 30 days and I'm challenging myself to walk more than 100 miles in this month. I have walked 100 kilometers before in a month and I found that to be quite hard, and I didn't complete that challenge until the last day when I walked 10 kilometers. I have to work, and today after work I felt tired, quite lethargic, and I'm overweight, and as a consequence of that I'm unfit. And so I took myself out of these things. I have lost my clothes, they don't fit me anymore, my belts don't fit me, and I've lost 2 buttons from my trousers as they popped and burst. So we're going to do something about it. I have the experience of the 100k to dwell on. I'm going to need rest days, and when you take rest days your daily average that you need to do goes up, and then you start walking more and more and more. But I'm looking forward to this. It is summer, the weather's better, it's lighter, it's warmer, it's going to rain, we're going to see all sorts of weather conditions. We're going to go everywhere, down river like this, to lake or loch, to forest, woodland, and into the countryside, into town, and also back up to the hills. It's been too long for me. I really miss that. I'm tipping the scales at the moment at 95 kilograms. That's the heaviest I've ever been in my life. We started today's walk down a disused railway line that was nice and flat, and then I've made my way down to the river here, and this is really nice. I love this stretch. And so we're going to be going to all sorts of places. I'm really looking forward to this. It's going to be a real challenge for me. Talk about food and diet later, but yeah, this has been so far good. I've walked about 4 miles to this moment, and you know, I'm going to make this video, some of the walks are just going to be like 20 seconds of footage because there's going to be a lot of walks. I can't say how many. I am using Map My Walk, which should give me an accurate reading of how far I travel. So last night I was offered the equivalent of the Ring of Power, as in Lord of the Rings. The temptation being barbecue chicken wings. It's never happened before, and all the time I've been married to my wife, she went out for dinner with some friends and she brought home a doggy bag and offered me those, and I tell you, I had to find some kind of discipline to turn around and say no. That was really hard. Then I went to bed absolutely starving, and I made a mistake to look inside the doggy bag, and there were those beautiful chicken wings. They looked quite sticky as well. Today, now we've walked up to Pitlochry, and then I've circled back down to this woodland here, which is called Black Belt Wood. And there's a river running through here, which is quite nice, but there's also a waterfall that we're going to go and look at. It's one of the tallest ones or highest ones around here. And then after that we're going to head up to Edredor Distillery, and after that back to the car. Good morning, another walk, another day. I've not specified any amount of miles for myself to do today. I'm just going to do what I do. In fact, I decided yesterday to enjoy the walks rather than just trying to chalk up the miles. Behind me there is a woodland which is known locally as Bluebell Woods, and we'll be walking back through there soon. Right now I'm heading up towards a church, and I'm walking along this road here. As you can see, the colours are out. It's so beautiful. It's not just bluebells in that woodland though. There's stitchworts and there's wooden anemones, and there's also pink purslane, and I've seen a jay as well. Also saw a white bluebell, which was really nice. So gonna do this walk today. Look at the day. Really enjoying this now. I woke up extremely tired because I walked last night, but I don't have sore legs, so I thought let's just go and do it. We'll see what we do today. Well, what a place this is, eh? About 1.5 miles so far. Hopefully that map my walk keeps working. I keep checking it. I keep taking screenshots every mile I do. What a beautiful place. No rush today. No specified amount of walking. Just enjoy it.
Total distance 12 miles. Total time 4 hours 14 minutes and 27 seconds. Split pace 20 minutes, 50 seconds per mile.
What a shame. Must be a dray here, which is where the squirrels raise their young. Oh, he's soft too. What a shame, eh? Must have fallen out. Wet one today, looking for about 6 miles. Last night was 10 mile, so feeling it, but yeah, pushing on.
Total distance 6 miles. Total time 2 hours 6 minutes and 54 seconds. Split pace 19 minutes 34 seconds per mile.
After work, and walked about 2.5 miles to this point, walking up a forest track here. We're actually going uphill a wee bit, and what struck me is how easy it is. I had a rest day yesterday, and wow, I mean, it's amazing what 10 days can do, because 10 days ago I would have been puffing like anything doing this. Yeah, I'm puffing a wee bit, touch of sweat. It's good, it's quite hot actually as well. But yeah, I'm really pleased with the progress so far. Beautiful place. Whoo! Just saw some lightning go across the sky there. That was awesome. Wow. Ha ha ha. Woohoo! Hello? Today I find myself walking around Loch Leven, and I'm on the Loch Leven Heritage Trail with my wife. She's further on up now. I've just stopped to do a bit of filming. It's the perfect walk, 12 miles, and it's flat. And this one's been on the cards for a long time. I've always wanted to do this, so it was ideal to actually choose this in terms of my month-long challenge. It is a real nice naturalistic walk, I have to say. I've been walking through lots of woodland, there's lots of wildflowers, and you know, I've seen willow trees and birch trees and Scots pines. It's been changeable day weather-wise. We've had strong winds and rain, and then sunshine and calm. But yeah, really enjoying this one, and gonna get cracking on.
Total distance 11 miles. Total time 4 hours 5 minutes and 7 seconds.
Well, the significance of that announcement by Matt My Walk there of 11 miles means that I've done more than 100 miles this month to this point. Still got 11 full days to go starting from tomorrow. I do have work, but we'll manage to do some more walks as well. So really pleased with that. I'm feeling a heck of a lot fitter, I have to be honest. And yeah, really enjoyed it as well. Seen some pretty weird things today. Some kind of mannequins in a garden there. And I've also made some friends with horses as well, which has been nice. We've been down to the coast here. You know, a few days ago I was walking around a loch then I was walking through a city. Last night I was up at the hills, and here we are down at the coast today. So it's been quite varied, and I've really enjoyed that. Heading back to the car now. I'm going to do myself a spot of lunch. It's at Shakshuka, and not sure how to pronounce that. I'm going to gently fry off some red onion and some peppers, add some smoked paprika to that and some garlic granules, and then I'm going to add the chopped tomatoes and just cook it all out until it's ready, and then I'll just crack some eggs in there and you poach them gently. You've got yourself a nutritious meal there, which gives you the energy to either go for a walk or the recovery from a walk. You can have that for breakfast, lunch or dinner, so I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, beautiful. Really had a great time doing this. Got a few more miles ahead of me yet, and a lot more adventure to happen. Well, how awesome is this? Look at that. All that wheat. Look at the contrast of this green to the grey. Last night I did a video, and it was a cauldron cook, and it was a chicken and lentil stew, and I made that bread, and that was so nice. Once that butter melted in there, this is the promise of things to come. So yes, it was dangerous, but it was lucky I made such a small amount. Now we're walking, it's after work. It's the middle of a heat wave. To be honest, it's been quite hot. To this point now, I've done about 7 miles, and I thought it'd be an ideal opportunity to have a quick chat about the goals for the month now. We said we wanted to do 100 miles plus. We've done that, something like 114 when I started today's walk. So we're going to reset that and make that 150. I think that's fair enough, and I've got slightly more than a week to go, so I think I can manage. That means from my point of view there's a lot more walking to do, and I'm really happy about that. Another goal was to get fit, or get fitter, and well, just to get fit actually. And I've done that. I've just walked up a hill there, and that was no problem. Here we are doing the 7 miles, so all the walking's helping. I stated at the start of the video I was overweight. I still am. There's nothing wrong with being overweight, let's be honest. It was just a consequence of not being able to fit my clothes, and I was left with 2 choices. One, to buy a whole new wardrobe, or 2, to actually do something about it, and I opted for the latter there because I don't want to spend any money, and I wanted to get fitter, so I think I took the right option there. So those are the goals: 150 miles, get fitter, and obviously lose some weight. In terms of that, I want to get down to the decade of the 80s, so I want to be 80 something. At the moment I have weighed myself, but we'll do a final weigh-in on the last day. That's when it matters. And I want to be sort of, you know, solidly in the 80s there, not 89.9, although I would have been happy with that right at the start. All the walking, slight change of diet, yeah, it's working. I haven't changed the diet too much. I will confess, in May I ate sweets every single day. There's a car coming here. Maybe 1 or 2 days I didn't. In fact, the last day I had a cherry pie and ice cream. Oh, cherry pie and ice cream. I had chocolates, I had cakes, I had ice cream, I had crisps. I mean, every single day. So I was bound to lose a little bit of weight just by not eating that stuff there. Alcohol's had zero impact because I was hardly drinking before this, although I haven't had any anyway this month. But yeah, I've had Weet-Bix and blueberries for breakfast, some porridge. I've had smoked salmon and poached eggs a couple of times. By and large, I've just been eating smaller portions, less fatty foods. For me, I had quite a high fat content diet. And a couple of times after walks, I've just had soup and gone to bed and been pretty hungry, but that was the way to do it, I felt. Yes, I've had fish and chips. You know, I knew at the start, you've got to let go of striving for perfection. That's where people get undone sometimes. So, you know, I wasn't looking for perfection. I was just looking for a better balanced diet, which is what this is all leading to. You know, I just wanted to lay down a platform basically for a sort of better lifestyle. And, you know, I thought I'll just start slightly extreme, a lot of miles, and yeah, just go hungry a couple of times. But I enjoyed those fish and chips. And I've had a couple of big portions as well here and there along the way. But all good. So yeah, I'm probably aiming today for roughly 9 miles. So I'm going to turn around shortly and head back to the car. It's been a good one, and especially with this heat. So see you on the next walk. Well, after work again, up the hill we go. There's a big gorge there, river down there. It's pretty hot, like I say, and it's absolutely fantastic yet again. Seems to have come onto a good path now. Keep walking. Well, cheers everyone. Don't forget to check out Northern Embers. This is absolutely smashing here. I'm miles and miles away from the nearest road. There's some kind of track in here, but it's so quiet. Look at this beautiful river here. There's Munros all about us, mountains. I've been up them all, but I can't see them at the moment, and probably not today. But just listening to the sound of this river now. There's the camera, the filming slowing me down a bit, otherwise I'd just keep walking and walking, but I'm always seeing something. Absolutely brilliant. That's what this is all about. I've been up there a long time ago. In fact, I did 3 hills in that day, and it was pretty hard going. We've come in, and I was planning on heading back, but I knew this area had the loop walk, but I wasn't anticipating getting so far down, and so we're coming back up. So we've been way down that valley there and come right up. I'm sweating, and that is awesome. We'll not be doing any mountains in this video. This is about the miles. I need to get the miles on the board to hit my targets. I could do that. I feel quite confident about that. The problem is it'll be slow going and quite hard and not too many miles. So we're heading there, we're getting there. And this has just been absolutely awesome today. Well, absolutely sweating buckets here, despite being early morning. It's really warm. Did the walk last night, went to bed, got up early, and we're here. There's two paths that go to the same destination. One's longer than the other and more meandering, and one was called the Upper Hill Path, and that's the one I've chosen. Less miles, but more challenging. Today, in terms of miles, done about 3.5 to this point. I think I'd like to do about 12. But I'm getting near the top now, so it'll even itself off, and then of course, when I go back, it's all downhill. Well, it's the 30th of June. This is the last day of the walking for me. I'm not Map My Walking this one today. I'm doing this one for the sheer pleasure of it. Yesterday was my last registered walk on Map My Walk, and that was just 4.11 miles. Sounds really weird to say just, because last month and prior to that, that would have been quite a big distance for me, and I probably wouldn't have done it. So I've got what I wanted out of this month, and that is a fantastic experience. It's been absolutely brilliant. I've got fitter, and I'm fitting my clothes a bit better, but still some ways to go to fitting them all. In terms of weight, what I've discovered, it's just a number, and actually it's how you feel, I think's more important. And when I was 95 kilograms, I didn't feel great. I felt unfit. I could have been fit, you know, so it's not really the actual number. That said, weighed myself this morning after breakfast and registered 86.5, so I'm there and thereabouts, so that's good. I'm going to continue. Now what I'm doing, this is a hill fort. It's really steep coming up, but I wanted to do that. Turns out the weather's quite nice today, and you know, I say thanks to the Map My Walk because that's been a brilliant app, and also thanks to you for watching the video. I'm going to have a spotted dinner. I've got some Jamaican pulses and grains to eat, so I just simply need to heat that up in the pan and get that done. But trying to get fitter as you're older is hard, and you know, this has been hugely beneficial for me. You learn lots of little things. Learn to appreciate my umbrella. That also came in handy when filming, just keeping the camera dry. And I've learned to appreciate my water bottle, and I've even left water in the car, because when you get back and you've drank all your water. This month's been brilliant weather-wise, by the way. I mean, we've had heat waves and sun most of the time, so yeah, it's been fantastic. So, you know, I think I'm going to say goodbye now, and I would say I'll see you up in the hills. Cheers!